This is Stuart Cameron with a local roundup from the rugby scene yesterday. And the big battle at the top of the Premiership took place at Millbrae, where Ayr were looking to do the double over Gala and go back to the top of the table. And they achieved it with a 19-14 win, outscoring Gala 3-2 in the try count. Ewan Dodd scored 2 tries for Gala, both converted by Lee Miller. And now just 1 point separates the two clubs with 6 games for each to play. Here's reaction from Gala coach George Graham.
Obviously, we're very disappointed we got beat today, but it was always going to be a tough match against Ayr, and it proved to be that way. I think we had more territory, more possession than what Ayr had, and if we'd have, used that and kept the scoreboard ticking, I think we'd have certainly won. Unfortunately, I thought Ayr defended, heroically at times. I thought they had to measure us in defence, and they had about 3 periods of pressure on us, in which they scored, and that was the difference. Is that when we had plenty of pressure, we never scored as many tries as we possibly could have, and they did when they did have their opportunities, and that's a mark of a good side. Obviously, we're bitterly disappointed, as I said, but we take away a bonus point loss for that, and it means that we're only 1 point behind Ayr, who are still at the top. There's still lots of games to play. We're still in the hunt, and we're very much looking forward to the rest of the season.
Melrose got back to winning ways with a win at Goldenacre against Heriots. It was an injury-time try from Andrew Skeen that did the damage, got them the full 5 points as well, adding to Fraser Thompson's brace, and one from Andrew Nagel earlier. They came back from 12-0 down to win 25-22. Here's Melrose's John DL.
Obviously just an important win for us today after the last 3 or 4 games that we've had in the league. Been a wee bit disappointing. We had a bit of bad form with the injury list we were building up, but we've been able to get a settled team the last 2 weeks. We had a good performance against Gala last week, and I think we kicked on from that today to show a bit of character to come to a kind of informed Heriots team and get a good 5 points away from home, which puts us back in the position where we want to be for looking at these D&I Cup races immediately, and just looking at chasing the top 3 above us, and really pleased with the win and the attitude of all the players today, and it's always good to go to Heriots and come with a 5-point win, which is a very, very difficult place to play.
In the only other game to beat the weather in the Premiership, Aberdeen came from behind at the turn to beat Curry 25-9 and lift themselves out of the relegation zone. The National League was wiped out completely by the frost, but in the Shield competition, Berwick went to the top of the table with a 21-8 victory over Hoyt Lindeen. Paul Pringle and Jeff Logan were Berwick's try scorers, with Gareth Hill kicking the rest of the points. For Lindeen, Greg Cunningham scored a try and Barry Sutherland a penalty. In the 2 other games involving local sides, St Boswell's beat Pennycook 22-15 in the East Region Bowl, but in the same competition, Walkerburn went down 31-5 at Murray House. In the 2 other games involving local teams, St Boswell's beat Pennycook 22-15 in the East Region Bowl quarter-final, but in the same competition, Walkerburn went down 31-5 at Murray House. Next week it's British and Irish Cup, RBS Cup and East League Business with 4 local derbies. Melrose playing on Friday night, incidentally, down in Nottingham. Gala at home to Moseley on Saturday. Well, if you want more information on the local rugby scene, go to bordersrugby.net.
Stark, Main & Co. are a UK award-winning firm of chartered tax advisors and accountants committed to offering high-quality tax and business advisory services. With a committed and professional team, we have the focus and drive to help you change the numbers which are important to you. We are proud of the difference we can make together.